Okay, here we go. So I just posted this PDF on Edsby. It's called the budgeting assignment. And basically what you're going to do is pretend like you've graduated from college or university and you're starting an entry level job. I have messaged you an income, an OSAP loan amount, and a credit card debt based on Ontario averages. And I use a randomizer. So you guys don't all have the same numbers. So I'll show you in a minute the numbers I sent you. So it says most of you have student debt and a balance on your credit card. In this assignment, you're going to be using information about financial applications to make a budget to support only yourself. So don't assume that you've got any dependents, and don't assume that you have your parents who are going to be providing things for you guys. So it does say you could do some research on percentages for budget. So how much should go to rent, how much should go to food, how much should go to utilities and that kind of stuff. So here's the details. Basically, you're going to start a Word document or a Google document, and you're going to number it number one. Number one. You're going to decide where you're going to live, what city and what province. And you could just type a really brief paragraph. So I'm going to show you in a second what I did, but I just typed up a paragraph that's like, I'm choosing to live in Brantford, Ontario, because it's not that far from Oakville. So if I want to travel to see my family, it's not that long of a drive. But rent is cheaper and property taxes are cheaper and the cost of living is cheaper than the GTA. So a quick, really brief paragraph on where you're going to live. Then you have to follow this link and you're going to see how much money you have after the government takes taxes. I will show you this website in a minute. That's going to help you figure out how much money you have left over for your budget. Then you're going to get to have a little bit of fun and try to find an apartment or a house or a condo that you are going to rent. It says you may not choose to live with your parents, but you can have a fake roommate. So you can split the rent with somebody else. So I'll show you some websites that would be really good to find an apartment or someplace to live. And then you have to look at how much does it cost to live in that apartment. So how much is your electricity, your water, your heat, your phone, internet, cable, anything else. So you got to look up basic bills for living. Then you're going to decide how are you going to get around. Will you have a car? So then there may be some insurance associated with your car. Will you just take public transit? Will you take the GO train? So you just make a bit of a, now obviously these are not real life decisions. So don't spend a whole lot of time trying to decide, just choose something. But then you do have to figure out how you're going to pay the debt that I have assigned to you. So there's a link here that will help you figure out. So OSAP loan is a student loan through the Ontario government. And there's a calculator here that will help you figure out how much you're going to pay for OSAP loan, groceries for you, just you. And then I do encourage everyone to think about a donation that they would like to donate money to every month. So that could be an organization, a foundation, it could be a church, something that's really near and dear to your heart. Think about how much you need to pay for medical and toiletries, so things that are not groceries. So shampoo, toilet paper, soap, cleaning products, medicines, all that stuff. I do encourage people to put a little bit of into saving. So you could be thinking about a trip or a house or a wedding or a car or whatever, some kind of thing you're saving for. Think about entertainment. Someday the world will open up again and you can go to the movies or go bowling or go out to dinner. So put a little bit in your budget to go out
games
every once in a while. And then whatever you have that's surplus, anything that's extra, you should start to think about what am I going to do with that money. There's a concept in budgeting that if you don't name every penny, it's just going to disappear. So if you don't allocate it to something, you'll just randomly spend it and have no idea where it went. So have a plan for all of your excess.
Makes sense.
There's two components to this project. One is just the document. So it could be a PowerPoint document, Google Slides, I don't care. Number one, where are you going to live? Number two, what's the, your income after taxes? Number three, what's the apartment? But then there's this link here that's a budget calculator. It's going to help you make sure that your income and your expenses at least meet zero. Okay, because you can't go into debt with this. I've given you some debt that we're trying to pay off. So there's a budget calculator. This is the website here. That's going to help you make sure you at least come to zero. Hopefully we have a little bit of savings. We have all of today, all of tomorrow, and all of Friday to work on this. And I would like it submitted by end of the day on Friday. So let me just stop recording.